They always say in sports, the idea is not as a coach to succeed a legend, it's to succeed the guy who succeeds the legend. One of the rare exceptions to that over the last 5 years turned out to be Jim Montgomery at the University of Denver, coming on in the wake of George Gwozdeki's sudden and unexpected firing back in the spring of 2013. Montgomery took the job and virtually guaranteed from day one that DU's winning habits would continue, including their string of 20-win seasons and their annual participation in the NCAA hockey tournament, and he pulled that off, not with much to spare the first year. 20 wins, 16 losses, handful of ties, and DU had to win the postseason conference tournament in order to earn automatic qualification into the NCAAs back in the spring of 2014. In other words, there was no other way, by virtue of their record, that they were going to be an at-large contestant in the tournament. They would have to win. In the first year of the NCHC, they had finished in 6th place in an 18 league, and yet they managed to win the tournament. And after that, they got a little bit better in each succeeding year, culminating in 2017 with the winning of the national championship. In 5 years, Jim Montgomery had as much success as any coach in the long and storied history of the DU hockey program over his first 5 years. Every year in the national tournament, twice appearing in the Frozen Four, and once moving away with the national championship. And even this past year, DU made it all the way with 23 total wins to the regional final before losing to Ohio State. Jim Montgomery's winning percentage was over .660, but it was more than just numbers. Montgomery brought a cultural change to a program that was already eminently successful. He brought a process to the proceeding, a reliance on players to lead and to organize, and it almost always resulted in DU hockey peaking at exactly the right time, during the league postseason tournament or the NCAA tournament itself. Montgomery's record of 125 wins in 5 years is easy to average out mathematically. That's 25 wins on average per year. And with all due respect to Murray Armstrong, the only coach with a higher winning percentage in the history of the program, the fact of the matter is that during the 50s, 60s, and 70s, there wasn't nearly the kind of competition in major college hockey as there is today. A .665 winning percentage is much more meaningful than a .675 percentage would have been during the 22 years that the Chief was the coach on the hilltop from 1956 through 1977. We wish good luck to Jim Montgomery in his future endeavors, including his next assignment as head coach of the Dallas Stars. We'll see a lot of Jim since the Stars are in the same division with the Avalanche, and the two teams will meet either 2 times or 3 times every year at Pepsi Center, and 4 or 5 times just in the regular season overall. Jim Montgomery did what very few are able to do. He became a legend, succeeding a legend in George Gwozdecki.